This young man has flying in his blood.
Hello and welcome to another special edition of Arts 24 as we cover this year's Cannes Film Festival. We can cross straight to the French Riviera where our culture editor Yves Jackson is bringing us all the latest from the Croisette. Yves, one of France's biggest stars, is in Cannes with not one but two movies this year. She is a household name outside of France as well. We are talking about Catherine Deneuve.
Two movies, Alison, at 82. That tells you everything you need to know about Catherine Deneuve. She's not here to be celebrated as a legend of the past. She's here as a working actress in two official competition films. First, Parallel Tales, the new ensemble drama from two-time Oscar winner Ashghar Farhadi, alongside Isabelle Huppert and Vincent Cassel. And then tonight, she's back on the Croisette for Gentle Monster from Austrian director Marie Kreutzer, where she plays the mother of Léa Seydoux. Now, two very different films, two very different directors. That's a career in full flight. And the Cannes connection is deep, as Charlotte Lamb reports.
A red carpet is nothing new for Catherine Deneuve. It's been her home for more than 60 years. Cannes is a close second. She first attended the film festival in 1964. At just 21 years old, the actress was still unknown to the world. Then came The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, the impossibly romantic musical that launched her into the spotlight. She plays Genevieve, a young woman swept up in a tragic love story. The film won the Palme d'Or at Cannes and propelled the actress into the public eye.
It's both a very cruel fairy tale and at the same time features characters who are quite realistic in their everyday lives. It was both an everyday film and very lyrical in that it creates a very peculiar atmosphere.
Film after film, Deneuve returns to the red carpet, the embodiment of French elegance. At her side in 1973 was Marcello Mastroianni, her partner on screen and in life, who came to present Le Grand Bouffe, a controversial film that divided audiences. Here, another special bond is captured, both on the red carpet and on screen with their daughter Chiara. But it's not just Cannes carpets she graces. Deneuve has also been master of ceremonies.
Le plaisir de déclarer l'ouverture du 45e Festival du Cinéma International.
And 2 years later, she served as vice chair of the jury alongside Clint Eastwood, approaching the role with her charismatic humility.
It's not just about expressing your personal opinion. We try to form a comprehensive, coherent view based on what we've seen and share that perspective. So it's a step-by-step process. I don't think we should have any preconceived notions beforehand. That wouldn't be right.
In 2000, she graced the red carpet for Lars von Trier's Dancer in the Dark, which went on to win the Palme d'Or, before receiving an honorary Lifetime Achievement Award in 2005. Her face continues to light up the boulevard of the southern French city, most recently at the film festival's 76th edition. Deneuve and Cannes, a love story that endures. At 82, she returns with two new feature films in the festival's official competition.
All right, so two new Catherine Deneuve films to look out for. Now, another French actress well known abroad is Marion Cotillard, and Yves, she stars in a new film called Karma, written and directed by her ex-partner, Guillaume Canet.
This one comes with a very personal story behind it, Alison. Guillaume Canet, who won a César or French Oscar for Tell No One back in 2006, has written and directed this psychological thriller specifically with Marion Cotillard in mind. This is their first film since the couple split last summer. They were together for years. They have children together, and this is their 9th collaboration on screen. Now, this film is out of competition. The plot centres on Jeanne, played by Cotillard, who's trying to rebuild her life in northern Spain with her partner Daniel when her 6-year-old godson mysteriously disappears. Now, the police suspect her. She flees to France and Daniel races to find her before the law does.
Sounds suspenseful. Now, next we have a movie from a Hollywood icon who is stepping behind the camera as director for the very first time. John Travolta is presenting his first film, Propeller One-Way Night Coach. It is an adaptation of a children's novel that he himself wrote for his son about the golden age of aviation. Travolta is a licensed pilot as well as an actor. Luke Schrago takes a look back at his career.
From the silhouette to the dance moves to the devilish smile, John Travolta electrified the US in 1977's Saturday Night Fever. Aged just 23 at the time, the movie shot him to global stardom, earning him an Oscar nomination for Best Actor.
I don't know if I'm as aware of the impact it has made.
A year later, Grease cemented Travolta as a leading figure of his generation. The gelled quiff, black leather jacket and cheeky grin became trademarks of one of the most popular musical comedies of the era. But Hollywood is fickle, and the 80s would see Travolta away from the center stage until 1994, when Quentin Tarantino brought him back for Pulp Fiction. The movie took the Palme d'Or at Cannes that year, earned Travolta another Best Actor nod, and relaunched his entire career.
It is a milestone in my career because it gave me permission to do literally any type of character that I wanted. And it's never been the same since, you know, and also changed film history.
Travolta would go on to star in a series of action movies, from Face Off to Basic and Get Shorty, which would net him a Golden Globe. Now, the actor takes his first steps as a director with Propeller One-Way Night Coach, an adaptation of his own novel published in 1997 and to be unveiled at the Cannes premiere selection.
There it was, an absolute specimen of an aircraft, my first love.
Welcome aboard.
I can't believe I'm flying.
It's just the latest step for a figure of cinema whose career stretches back 50 years.
I could do a little twist for you. You want to twist with me?
From a film icon to a music icon, John Lennon, The Last Interview, is a new documentary about the musician from Steven Soderbergh, and it features AI-generated scenes. Now, Eve, I imagine that's raising quite a few eyebrows.
It certainly is. Slightly controversial, this one. The Ocean's 11 and Aaron Brockovich, director, was given access to something extraordinary. The final interview John Lennon ever gave, recorded just hours before he was shot dead in 1980. Now he's sitting at home with Yoko Ono, talking to a radio team about Double Fantasy, the album he had no idea would be his last. It's candid, reflective, deeply personal. It's never been released in full. The challenge was, though, that this is audio only. Soderbergh assembled over 1,000 archival images to bring it to life, but about 10% of the film, where Lennon and Ono speak in more abstract philosophical terms, it simply couldn't be illustrated that way. So he turned to AI to visualize those moments. And this decision has caused quite a stir. Soderbergh has been completely transparent about it, though, which he says is exactly the point. Artists using AI have a responsibility to say so and explain why. What's undeniable, though, is the raw material. Lennon, hours from death, talking about love, art and the future.
Sounds like it's going to be a must-see for Beatles fans. Next, I have a pop quiz for our viewers. Do you know how Cannes came to host one of the world's biggest film festivals? Well, if you don't, you'll see that you are not alone. France 24's Stella Elgersma tells us the film-worthy story of how the festival was born.
Do you know why the Cannes Film Festival is in Cannes? No.
I don't know. The weather seems pretty ideal for showcasing films.
No. Cannes didn't become the world capital of cinema simply because the weather is nice. Actually, the Cannes Film Festival was born because of Hitler and Mussolini. It all started in 1938 at the Venice Film Festival. Under political pressure, the jury was forced to change the results at the last minute, handing the top prizes to Nazi and fascist propaganda films. That's when a French diplomat, Philippe Erlanger, thought, right, if we can no longer judge films freely in Venice, we'll create a new free festival back home in France. At the time, the French Minister of Education, Jean Zay, accepted the challenge. All that remained was to choose the city. Cannes, Biarritz. On May 9, 1939, Biarritz was chosen. But Cannes refused to give up. The city put more money on the table, and on May 31st, Cannes secured the first edition of the festival, which was ultimately postponed until 1946 because of the war. To sum up, the most famous red carpet in the world exists because fascists rigged the vote in Venice and because Cannes negotiated better than Biarritz.
Now, Eve, you have been making this annual pilgrimage to Cannes for years. It certainly looks glamorous. Tell us what it's really like.
I've been coming since 2009, and every year feels unbelievable, Alison. One minute, you're sprinting between screenings, trying to stay awake in your third film of the day. The next, you're interviewing Jackie Chan or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've also been lucky enough to film from a helicopter over Cannes. I've done interviews on boats. I even bumped into Kate Blanchett once walking down the Croisette and somehow ended up at a beach party with a private concert by Burna Boy. It is work, though. Cannes is exhausting, it's chaotic, it's glamorous, but it's completely addictive all at once.
It sounds every bit as magical as I imagine it then, even if it is exhausting. Eve, thank you so much, as always, for your updates from the Croisette. Thanks to all of you for watching. We will leave you with more images of Cannes. The festival runs through May 23rd. Do join us again for all of the latest.